Hi all of you. We have seen FDMA earlier. Now next lecture we go for the TDMA. Now this one is the extended version of a TDM that we have seen earlier. Now if you see that we are having the next version of a FDMA, means FDMA has a lot of disadvantages regarding the bandwidth and a power and all. So now if you see that a TDMA, it improves the channel capacity and that bandwidth improvement will be possible in this particular TDMA. Now, in most of the transponder, the TDMA technique is used. Now, if you see that TDMA and a FDMA difference, we can have in a TDMA, it has used a digital baseband, means digital signal. We can have all users use the same carrier, and if you consider the FDMA, different carrier for the different users. Now, all users can use a full bandwidth. In a FDMA, that bandwidth are divided into a number of channels, whatever the use we are having, and it uses all full power. Now in a TDMA, we are having a time division multiplexer system, which uses transmit and data, or we can say that different users to share a transmission medium by using the different time slots. Okay, that is we can say that is about the bus mode. So it uses a efficient system power and a spectrum there. Now we can go ahead with a TDMA system. Now this generally we can say that this method is suitable for the digital system. Now see the figure here. We are having a transmission TDMA concept. Now in the TDMA. Now if you see that here we are having a TDMA frame. So concept is that it divides your transmission time for the equal number of frames there. So transmitter share the transmission medium, okay, by sharing whatever the frames we are having. So that's why we can say that is about a transmit frames, receive frames. We can have a sharing of the time. Okay, so each frame is shared by the different frame. So means we can say that a frames are divided as in terms of a number of a time slot. That is just we have seen earlier in a TDMA there. So now we can say that every transmitter they are having a different time slot. So means you can say that we can allocate different transmitters at a different times. So now here if you see the figure, so there are the transmitters A, B, C, D, and it is having their data bus A, B, C, D. Okay, so we can have a transmitter here. They are having their own data bus A, B, C, D here, and you can say that these are about the transmission time for A, B, C. So now, and we are having that this one is a transmitting slot, this one is about a receiving slot, or we can separate the receiving bus. So we can say that in the particular period of time it receives only A, or it receives B, it receives C for the given particular bus. Bus means a particular time slot. Now we can say that here we are having that frames we are having, it is a non-overlapping, and each bus has a sub bus containing a data for the different receiver. So consider that we are having a transmitter here. We can have a data for BCD. From A to BCD we are having. So we can figure that a transmitter transmit to B, C and D. So that its time is separated for the different users there. And if you see that data from all the transmitters, if you consider it is combined at a transponder there. So we are having a transponder there, and we can say that we are having it receiving information that is from the bus A, from the bus B, from the bus C. We are having that is about the combined data. Okay, so means receive comprise whatever we are having the burst from all the transmitter, and then each receiver separate the sub burst of the data. So we are having these are the receiver A, receiver B, it separates the whatever the bus we are having, sub bus we say, and that is used to receive from the data bus from the other transmitter, whatever we are sending the data there. Now, the concept of a TDMA, that is nothing but is similar to the time division multiplexing, except the signals in the frames are generated at a different locations. Different transmitters at different places. We say here, we say that a different earth stations we are having, and there means we can have a different locations there. And that TDMA is nothing but a multiple access. So we are having that data information from the multiple input, and that from those locations, and it is to be used as a bus because the continuous data from each user is compressed and it is converted to the high speed bus, so that occupies the short duration. Then if you say that data bus are modulated using a bus modulator, and in a short RF bus, that data is nothing but a digital data, and that is having a higher data rate, data bus. And then if you see that we are having the frames, so in terms of a frame we can say that the frame rate and sampling rate is generally having the high in this particular design. So we are having a transmit frame, receiving frame there, so means we can have a sampling for whatever the digital data we are having, and they are having the highest frame rate there. Now if you see here, so data is a compress, so then if you differentiate a TDMA and a TDM, so that ratio for the data rate is higher in a TDMA, that is multiple data we are having, so that's why a TDMA is having the highest data rate there. Now we'll go ahead with a TDMA frame structure. Now if you see that we are having a TDMA frame structure, that is nothing but one particular period, and that period is divided with a different data bus we are having, means we are having the different users getting that particular time slot to transmit data at once. Here you can say that we are having the different channels we are having. Okay, so these are nothing but a different channels, or you can say that different users, data bus for 1, data bus 2, data bus 3. The data bus 1, 2, 3 means nothing but we are having that 3 users, for example. But if we consider here 1 to n, there are the nth users we are having. So that's why a frame is total frame is divided, and it is depending upon the number of users, and that each and every users they are allowed a specific time. Okay, and that length of the time slot is assigned, and which is depends on the traffic handled by the user, and is changed dynamically in a system. If you see the this TDMA frame, so it is used in the Intelsat system, and we can say that we are having that Intelsat satellite receiver. So Earth station transmit the data with a different from the different locations, and each locations means we say that they are nothing but the users, and for each users that time slot is assigned. So now for given particular time slot, so there are the multiple users, so that's why we require a dedicated control channel or a control bus. So this one is nothing but control bus. Okay, so we can have a dedicated control channel that is at the beginning of a frame, and that provides the information, or you can say that it provides the information regarding the time reference, or you can say that a start and a stop. Okay, or you can say that a length of the data bus. So now this particular frame we are having, so it has having the information of each and every whatever the frame data bus we are having, that is the bus length we say, the bus length, or you can have a data of a length of the data bus. Now this frame we can say that a complete frame, it is having some format. Okay, so you can have a bus length. If you see that they are having their unique word here, you can have each. If you see that a bus length consists of a guard time, okay, carrier recovery bit, and we are having bit time recovery. That unique word, it a unique word means what? It defines what times, what users we are having. Okay, identifying the users, voice order, wire, station ID for the different channels and all. And you can say that a data bus for the different channels we are having, DBA, DBD. Likewise, we are having a data bus for the different channel. Now this time frame, if you say that it is just a transmitting from the earth station, so we are having a transmitting. Then this one is about a control bus. Means it is providing the informations of what a earth station, or you can say that we require a reference earth station bus here, and then we can have a reference unique word for this particular TDMA then. Now for example, if consider that there are the here in this particular case there are the three transmitters we are having, A, B and C. Okay, so we can have a data bus destinations for the given particular receiver, because we transmit, these are about the user's data that is carrying the informations there. Now you can say that we are having a burst, it is having the reference to the earth station, and that is called as a assign, that is assigned to the earth station. Okay, reference we are having, and that all bursts we are having, they are synchronized to the first reference bus, so that we can divide a particular slots and all. Okay, and we can calculate whatever we are having, the things we can have. Okay. So now we can go ahead